Heyo! Welcome to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. I'm here with hosts
Stan Morncini.
And remotely, this is Watson Bradshaw.
Watson is a little sick today.
He's our little Arnhem Zola coming in live.
I'm coming from a screen.
And I am the obviously unanimous Chad Cook.
Hey, Chad, how's it going?
Good. You know, it's
Who's unanimous about that?
The Legion of Chads.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So you're the one Chad to rule them all?
Yeah, that's going to be an extra shirt for our podcast, Legion of Chads.
The Legion of Chads.
Yes.
That's the fan group?
Yeah. It should be, I don't know if I'd be on the cover. I think it'd just be the name. Just so everybody's included. All the Chads are included.
All the Chads.
All the Chads.
Why not?
Oh, nice.
Why not?
I'm not I'm not going to push anybody away. Anybody could be a Chad.
Yes. Watson is coming to us remote. He's a little under the weather. So we got a big week in front of us as Rain Bros as far as the podcast is concerned.
Yes.
As far as my personal life is concerned. So we're all going on to Monday Night Raw.
Monday
night.
Monday night.
On Monday.
That's the bros meeting for the month. We're all going. I got us a van, so we'll all be heading down together. Except for Sam. Fuck you, Sam. He's going to meet us down there. And then on this coming Wednesday, we will be interviewing, so far he's still confirmed, Fred Decker, the director of RoboCop 3, Monster Squad, and Night of the Creeps.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be here in person, in studio, which means my house. And hopefully we get to have a great conversation with him. I know we will.
I hope he likes pizza.
Yeah, that's right. And then I'm going to Disneyland on Sunday for my girlfriend's.
Yeah,
my girlfriend's birthday and Valentine's
We didn't get an invite?
You guys can come. Everybody's invited to Disneyland as long as you can hawk up the money.
All right.
So there you go. You're invited.
I mean, yeah.
I can't uninvite you from Disneyland.
No, I mean...
I don't own the park, unfortunately.
Well, maybe that should change. Maybe,
I should change. Actually,
yeah.
I think I should.
I think you should.
I think I'll be doing a good job with Disney.
I think if this podcast turns around and starts making that dough, we'll purchase Disneyland right up.
There we go.
Exactly. So we got... how you feeling so far, Watson? You feeling all right?
I'm feeling, you know what, I'm getting flashbacks of 2020. Like, this is pandemic bros kind of set up. But it's nice to be in my house for a change and just in my underwear doing a podcast. So that's good.
I mean, you're in your underwear over at my house doing the podcast, so what difference does it make?
That's true.
I'm surprised you weren't in a bathtub talking to us.
Yeah, seriously.
You didn't even have to be in clothes right now.
No. That's true.
But we got a lot to tell. Hopefully you feel better, and hopefully we see you Monday night.
Yes.
So,
yeah, for sure. Come hell or high water, I will be there.
I hope so, dude.
Do it for Rhea. Do it for Mommy.
That's right.
Oh, I will.
Is she going to be there Monday night?
She
is.
yeah.
She is, yeah, because you made a sign, Watson.
The Judgment Day run Monday Night Raw. That's their thing.
Oh, it's so dope.
Did you already make a sign?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Nice.
cool. Can't wait to see it.
And I got my my wrestling shoes ready to go. I got my outfit picked.
What's the outfit?
It's you'll see it.
Okay.
Now I'm afraid it was going to be.
Are we going to have to help you go to the bathroom? Is that going to be?
Yeah.
It's a recreation of the gobbledygooker.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Maybe I should get a Stormtrooper glitterify Stormtrooper helmet. Be
Shockmaster.
Shockmaster.
Oh God,
no one can defeat Shockmaster.
That'd be awesome. And so we got a lot to talk about, but the first thing we should talk about, since we are talking about WWE, is talk the road to WrestleMania and Rock's heel turn. What happened, Watson? If you want to walk us through it.
Things went crazy for the past month.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you guys were aware. We watched Royal Rumble all together.
Yep.
And Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble, meaning he had the ability to pick his match at WrestleMania. And everyone was going, it's going to be him versus Roman Reigns, to finish the story.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the whole thing the past years. Let Cody finish his story. Well, there's a little bit of a fuck up with that because in enters the new board member of WWE, Mr. Dwayne Johnson,
I
aka
didn't
The
know he was a
Rock.
board member.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a board member.
Yeah, he became a board member of TKO, which is the parent company.
Oh, okay.
And so he shows up on stage going, I'm going to face Roman Reigns. It's going to be the biggest match of the year, right? And any other time, I think it would have been a big sell. But everyone knows that, Roman's not going to lose the title to a guy who's coming in, like, just as a one-off match.
Yeah.
So, okay, Rock would lose, and everyone was so pro Cody winning. Everyone's been amped for this guy, where they've literally, for the past few days on Twitter, We Want Cody was, like, trending for, like, a week. And so they had a little press conference last week. The Rock came out. He started making fun of the Cody Rhodes fans and called them Cody crybabies.
Damn.
And he turned full heel. He, it's impressive that, he realized, oh, they really don't want me in this match.
Yeah.
And, people started chanting Rocky sucks again, which they haven't done that since 97.
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah, I tuned in this past week, and I was like, oh, wow.
And then, didn't it hurt his feelings originally? Didn't that hurt his feelings originally when people were yelling Rocky sucks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that was his first heel turn.
Right.
And so, and he's been such a nice, everyone's been like, he'll never be able to turn heel again because he's such a nice guy, and, he's got this persona as this Hollywood nice guy,
Yeah.
But the fans were just, irate that, they're not getting the storyline that they really wanted. So it's been really interesting to see the damage control of it all from a corporation to go like, okay, the fans don't want that story to happen. Let's flip it so The Rock is a heel now. He's kind of joining Roman Reigns and being like, well, this is the match that's going to make money, so you guys shut your mouth. And then Cody coming out like, hey, I still get to pick my match. I'm going against Roman Reigns. So that's finally what we're getting is Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns Part 2 because they, faced last year at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been interesting. It's been an interesting, like couple of weeks for wrestling fans.
So my question, Watson, is how much of this this is all planned, obviously, right? Was it, was it that Rock actually like, no, I want to fight him, or is it like, let's set up a storyline where I take it to garner more sympathy for how much do you think this is real and how much is fake?
I think there's a lot of it was kibosh because I think originally the plan was to have CM Punk win Royal Rumble, and then we'll have the Seth Rollins CM Punk match because they were building their whole animosity for so long. Yeah. But then CM Punk got injured at Royal Rumble. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. Like he busted his tricep.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So I think that kind of killed that plan, and they had Cody win. I think the original plan was, it was going to be probably Roman versus The Rock and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. And then they had to pivot away from that once all the injuries started to happen.
Because isn't Seth Rollins like teaming up with Cody Rhodes now?
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing is like Seth Rollins was, gotta give him credit. He was trying to come out and be like, why, I want to take you on, Cody Rhodes. Like, why are you going after, Roman Reigns? Like, I should be the one that you're fighting, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd booed like crazy because that's the match they don't want to see. Yep. They want to see Cody win the title from Roman Reigns. So it looks like that's happening. And maybe we'll get a Seth Rollins versus The Rock match or maybe a tag team. I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed like they were going to do like a 2-on-2 thing with them.
Well,
so.
it's a 2-night WrestleMania.
Right.
So they could throw 2 matches in there.
Now, what do you think of the chances of when Rock is in there, not fighting Cody Reigns, fighting whoever else is going to fight? Mm-hmm. What do you think the chances are that another like retired, well-known wrestler is going to surprise him and come running down the ramp, like I don't know,
I
Stone
think-
Cold or something, or
I would love that to happen. There's been, the backstage animosity between The Rock and Triple H.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that, and I was like, oh, I think Triple H is going to get involved.
I know that, like, health-wise, he's not cleared because he had a heart attack, like, a couple of years ago.
Jeez.
So that's why he, like, retired.
Yeah.
But I would love to. I mean, those two had a rivalry for years.
Oh, yeah.
There's also a lot of fan theory that Austin might come back
right.
I would love
for a
that.
match.
That'd be awesome.
Because people would love to see, Stone Cold come back.
Yeah.
But his knees are so shot. I don't know if he'd be...
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, he's had, like, his neck fused and his knees are beat up, you know.
Yeah.
Him and Poncho coming down the ramp. His cat.
Yeah. Well, and then
It's
same
me,
thing
Poncho.
with, John Cena, last year made his return.
Right.
And
That
John
WrestleMania,
Cena
yeah.
hasn't won a match in like 4 years or something. Like, they did the numbers. Like, he's come back a bunch of times, but he's always lost.
Right.
Because he's always been trying to help boost the next
Right,
guy
exactly.
up, right?
That's
like
'cause-
he did a match with Solo Sikoa
Yeah.
Yeah.
and lost that. And so it'd be nice to have him come in for a win,
Yeah, it's pretty dope that
And against
he'll
The
take the
Rock would be
losses. He
great.
doesn't have the ego that he's like, I have to win. He'll
Yeah.
take the loss to help another wrestler out. That's pretty cool of him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and then we'll be at Monday Night Raw ourselves.
Look for
what do
us
we-
on the screen. We
Yes,
might be on
we're pretty
camera.
close to the ramp there where they come running down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No,
what
it's
do
gonna
you
be great.
what are you looking forward to Monday Night Raw, Watson?
Obviously, if Mommy shows up, I'll be happy.
Who's mom? Who's mommy?
Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
She's fantastic. They're setting up her and Becky Lynch for WrestleMania, I think. But there's Elimination Chambers, the next big pay-per-view, coming out, I think, in 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to probably be setting up a lot of stuff for that. I think Rhea's got a fight with Nia Jax for that night. R-Truth has been killing it, as this kind of comedic force in WWE right now. And so I'd love to see R-Truth fight. I'd love to see, there's some great stuff coming down the line there. The tag team belts, DIY as a tag team are great, So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's good. It seems like it's gonna be a really fun night.
Yeah. Be good stacked night.
We keep hoping one of the wrestlers get thrown
especially
into
with all
us.
the setup going on for the next few big pay-per-views. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so look for us Monday Night Raw, and we will be there, and hopefully we get Enter the Nerdom sign.
Yeah.
That's what we should do, for sure.
Well, we're definitely doing that. We're doing that shit now. Yeah. They'll probably tell us to take that shit down.
Probably.
No.
If anything,
You
we can
can't
wear the
promote
shirt.
that. You wear. I'll wear the shirt.
Yeah. Because I thought I would have a wrestling shirt by now, but I didn't pick one up. So maybe I'll just wear the Enter the Nerdom.
There you go. Do that.
Yeah.
So we also recently had Watson go check out Madame Web trailer for us. He volunteered. And that's probably why he's sick.
Tribute,
Yeah, and that's why
went
he's
saw Madame Web.
and he picked up a virus there somehow.
He was
In an
webbed.
empty
He was webbed,
movie
yeah.
theater.
Yeah. So you went to go see it today, Watson. What did you think of it? Tell us your honest opinion on Madame Web?
Oh boy, man! For an action movie, nothing really happens.
Really?
Really?
I went to see it in 4DX,
And the chair barely moved.
and I swear to God, there was whole section of the movie I forgot I was at a 4DX movie theater because nothing happened. Like, there was no movement, nothing. Like, and then there was one scene where it's just so still, and then a balloon pops, and they decide to make the chairs move. At that point, I was like,
Oh,
oh shit,
God.
oh yeah, I'm watching 4DX.
They forgot it was 4DX theater.
Oh my God, it was, dude. I get it. It's it's a lower budget movie for a superhero genre.
I mean,
movie.
80 million.
80
It's still,
million budget.
Yeah.
It's still,
I mean, I'm getting full spoilers, guys.
Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
Sure.
Spoiler
Spoiler-
alert for
Spoiler for all the millions of people that aren't going to watch this thing.
Yeah. Pause it if you still want to see Madame Web.
If you're interested in seeing
Yeah.
Madame Web, Okay. I don't know what's wrong.
It's dog shit. It's dog shit. Don't say it. No. Man, this movie was hard to watch. It starts off in the in the Amazon in 1973,
Okay.
where you see Madame Web's mother get killed while she's pregnant, and she gets shot, and then is saved by Amazonian spider people.
Okay.
Because she was researching spiders that
In the Amazon,
the venom
before she
apparently gives
died.
you healing abilities and quickness and makes you climb walls.
Okay.
Sound familiar?
Yeah, a
Kind
little
of,
bit.
yeah.
A little bit.
So then the Ezekiel Sims is the main bad guy in this movie. Shoots her, steals the spider, and then the spider people come and save her and take her to a cave where she gets stung by a spider, but it doesn't save her, but they are able to give birth to the baby. So very like Blade-esque,
Okay.
because now the child has the powers. Then it cuts right to 2003, which is most of this movie is set place in 2003. And Cassie Webb is your character, Dakota Johnson's character, is a paramedic. She's partnered with Adam Scott plays Ben Parker,
Of course.
who everyone knows will become Uncle Ben.
Does
He
he?
does a great job. Like Adam Scott, I think is a great. I feel like all the actors are doing the best they can with a real shitty script.
Does the responsibility line come up for Ben Parker? Like,
Oh yes, oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
Not to him.
Oh
When
god.
Madame Web revisits, so later in the movie, goes to Peru again to find out what's going on with her and her powers. One of the spider people come to her and say, once you embrace your power, then you can embrace the responsibility.
Very nice.
Okay.
So it's the opposite of the famous line, but it's shitty. You see, Madame Web is very dry and very doesn't really like talking to kids, kind of thing. And you find out because she was an orphan, she never really had familiar connections, and then she ends up, running into the 3 spider women, right? So you get Sydney Sweeney playing like Jennifer Carpenter. You've got I forgot the other 2. Let me check. You have 2 other spider women there.
You're right.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't
You've
think it
seen the
matters.
trailers, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so they're being hunted by Ezekiel Sims because he's been dosing himself on the spider venom, so he also can see the future. But he sees his death, so he sees that these spider women are going to be the ones that kill him. So he is like, well, I'm going to go after them because in 10 years they're going to kill me. So I'm going to go after them now while they don't have powers.
Yeah.
And so you see them very briefly in their costumes in a flash forward that he has, like a premonition of his death. So you see them in the full costume in the regalia. That's all you see them in that costume.
Oh,
They're never shown again doing that, wearing those?
No.
No.
of course.
There's a little
Makes sense.
snippet of it at the end of the movie, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's a very one-note villain. Like, I'm gonna kill these girls. I'm gonna use this brand new 2003 facial recognition software to track him down. There's a point where you meet Mary Parker, who is Ben Parker's sister-in-law. She's pregnant. And they do a bit where it's like, oh, guess the baby name, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, is it going to be Ben, or is it going to be, Sam, or is it going to, and I'm waiting for Madame Web to say Peter, right? Doesn't happen.
Okay.
They do the whole setup, and I'm figuring, perfect setup. She can say the Peter,
Yeah.
because she can see the future. Why wouldn't she? No, doesn't ever happen. You have Sydney Sweeney's character tell the girls when they're on the run, hey, I know Taekwondo. You never see her throw a punch. There's all this setup for oh, I'm sure that will come back into for some reason. Nope.
No, they forgot it.
Of course.
And everyone, all the girls are written with no agency and are written they're the worst. They make the worst choices. You're on the run. Someone's out to kill you. And Madame Web leaves them in the woods she's like, look, I got to go check on something for 3 hours, just stay in the woods, right? And they immediately go, let's go to that diner we saw down the street and start dancing on tables.
Coyote Ugly.
Yeah. That was a popular movie in the early 2000s, dude.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, you literally, you just saw a guy try and kill you who can climb walls and everything, who found you guys. What do you do? That continues through the whole story.
They got to leave all the stress they got.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so then Madame Web has to save them out of a diner. And then it's trying to teach them teamwork by teaching them CPR. Okay?
Okay.
This is important.
All right.
So she's like, hey, in a situation, you might need to perform CPR. This is what you do. And they do a whole scene of them learning CPR. Okay?
That'll obviously come up later on.
Trade out with each other because they're getting tired, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to come up in the movie, right, Watson? Later on?
What's that?
It's going to come up in the movie later on, right? CPR?
It does. It
does.
does.
Wow. Okay.
It's the one thing that does go for, because then the girl, so Madame Web has to go to Peru for a week to find out about her powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she leaves the girls with Ben Parker and his sister-in-law who's pregnant. We never see Richard Parker. Apparently he's off doing something. So Mary Parker goes into labor, right? Uh-oh. Her water breaks. They've been at this house for a week and haven't been caught. They all decide to, all of them, get into the car and go to the hospital with the pregnant lady.
Yeah.
Why? Why not stay in the house? Let someone go. Let Ben take the pregnant lady. You don't need to be there.
Because the
but
miracle.
they need to be there so the story progresses.
Moral support, yeah.
The miracle of birth is worth, endangering yourself.
Exactly.
You got to go see it. You have to see it happen.
Exactly.
Be present.
It just, the choices made makes them seem really dumb.
Well, in the
they're very, very one-dimensional, one-note characters. You got, Sydney Sweeney's character is the uptight bookworm. You've got the one who's the rebel badass who flips them off and calls everyone bitch. And then you got the one that's the math genius kind of one, but, is scared to be deported. So it's so
Wait. Wait, is scared to be deported?
There's a whole thing about her not wearing, because there's a whole reason, they're like, can we go to the cops, right? Which would make sense.
Right.
But she's like, I can't go to the cops because my dad got deported. Until I hit 18, I'm kind of stuck,
Okay.
And then, they all bond on how none of them really have a family, because they're going to create their own.
Whoa, Spider Family.
Well, duh.
I hope
and,
that...
so, yeah, Madame Web's got, the Nick Cage next powers.
Okay.
So she can kind of see in the future a little bit.
Could it also be
how things go wrong? Goes let me try something different.
Like a Final Destination type of.
What's that?
A Final Destination type of power.
Yeah, exactly. So that happens throughout the course of the movie, and it gets really tiresome real quick. Like, how many times can we reset a scene? So you see it a lot. And then, they have a big fight at the end. There's a lot of car chases in this film. All the action seems to come down to chasing people with cars, and she hits the bad guy with a car twice in the movie in 2 different scenes.
Okay.
All right.
And
Like, what do? I'll just run him over with a car.
so is there a final scene where they do use their powers all together, or what?
None of them do. It's only her that has the powers. None of the kids have powers.
Wow, man.
But, okay, so she does... I assume that she uses some type of abilities at the end to fight the main bad guy, I guess, the main villain?
Yeah.
I
So
suppose?
they go to this building that she knows from being a paramedic, like it's like a death trap building, like it's filled with explosives.
Right.
She's like, we can set fire to it. He's going to show up and we'll blow him up. So she kind of uses her powers to kind of see where explosions will happen and get the girls out the way. And then she does like some weird, like, of course you hear the voiceover like, you don't know how big your powers are going to be. Ooh. And she does like some kind of astral projection stuff.
Oh.
Where she can be like multiple places and talk to each girl like without her physical being.
Is she in a chair?
And huh?
Oh, yeah, is she in a chair?
Is she in a chair like the animated series?
And the comic book?
That happens at the very end of the movie.
Oh, okay.
So, wait, does she get hobbled by somebody? Like someone just...
Yeah, so the end of the movie, they're on this warehouse, it's exploding. She tells Ezekiel, the bad guy, like, I was your future all along. Then he dies, and then she gets blasted into the water where, she's like on top of a building, she falls, gets hit with some debris that blinds her. She falls in the water. The girls pull her out of the water, and luckily they know CPR.
Oh,
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
So they're able to revive her, but she's in a wheelchair after that.
Oh, no.
And that's it. Cut
That's
to
it?
black.
And what's the... is there a post-credit scene?
No post-credit scene.
Oh, wow. What a shock.
Yeah.
What a shock.
Yeah, they were just trying to get this in and out of theaters, man. No commemorative cup to go with my Morbius cup. I'm really
That's
upset
fucked
about
man.
that.
That's fucked up.
I was like, I can't complete the set now. I need my Madame Web and Craven cups.
Well, lucky you can get that Dune 2 cup that looks like an anus. You know?
Flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
boy.
they could have made a similar cup with the webbing, and you put your hand through the webbing to get
exactly.
the popcorn and
Yeah.
stuff.
There you go. So, Chad, why aren't you in charge of marketing for Sony?
Or merchandise at
it
least.
should be a thing, but I mean, I'm about 50-50 on the ideas being good. So,
Yeah.
So
it's it was just a lot of like, God. I mean, they've been marketing the hell out of the girls in the suits, and
Right.
it's not a thing in the movie except for a 2-minute bit where you see them in the future.
now, do you think they did that because they thought this was going to get a sequel?
Oh yeah, it ends totally of like, where are these girls gonna go?
Right.
But no one cares.
do you have, since you don't like the movie, is there one scene in the movie that like you like a little bit or like somewhat that you can find redeemable? Like, is there one scene that works for you in the movie?
Good question.
No. Actually, I mean, like, it's not like it's not like a badly done, like, action movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, the shots are decent, but it just feels like everyone is doing their lines for the first time. Like, everyone's delivery is so dry.
Mm.
And just, it's a weird feeling. Like, even like her like Dakota Johnson's delivery of certain lines, you're just like, she's like phoning this in like crazy. And like, yeah, it's just like, it just feels like everyone's just kind of there for a paycheck.
I think it kind of feels like this was. I don't know when this was filmed. Maybe like last year, maybe sometime.
Yeah.
So it just seems like they kind of already saw what was around the corner with superhero films. They're like, just throw it out there. It's already been greenlit. We already have a
Well,
cast. Just go ahead and put it together.
Sony has the rights to all the Spider-Man characters.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep on, shoveling to see what else they can get other than Spider-Man movies. But, Morbius was terrible. This is terrible. But Kraven doesn't seem to look that much better.
No.
That's coming out this year. And
right,
I haven't seen anything about it other than the initial trailer.
Yeah.
We got, another Venom movie. Those seem to be good just because I feel like...
well, that's all being carried by, what's his name? By
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy, yeah. I think it seems more of a Tom Hardy appeal.
He's a big part of what makes those movies work.
Right.
Yeah.
So, would you recommend this movie?
Never. No. Please don't do what I did and go see a movie and get sick because of it.
Did anybody ever show up? You sent us a video of the theater you were in that was completely empty aside from you. Did anybody show up?
Nope, no one showed up.
Wow.
I was the only one there.
I mean, it was to be fair, it was a Thursday afternoon, so...
Yeah, exactly.
But still,
Thursday, I think at 11 a.m. showing, so... But, no one was there but me.
Was it
they
weird?
modified the big, in the Amazon looking for spiders when my mother died line.
Did they do? They did what?
The big line that everyone made fun of in the trailers?
Yeah.
Not in the movie.
Really?
Oh.
They probably cut that out the last
saying it. She's like, my mother looked for spiders in the Amazon, then totally cuts to like a shot of her back and like a bunch of ADR.
Wow.
Do you think they was the Amazon quote unquote that they filmed in? Do you think it was the same Amazon that was in Arachnophobia?
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's one bit when she goes to like the spider cave.
Yeah.
It feels like something from the Universal theme park.
Oh really?
Like, it looks like the Phantom's cave. Like it looks terrible.
Jeez.
Wow. Well, all right, Madame Web. Go check it out.
If you like to torture yourself,
2 turds up.
Yeah. 2 polished turds.
Two floaters.
2 floaters. There you go.
2 floaters. There you go.
So yeah, Madame Web. I'm not gonna watch it. I've never had any plans to. So,
maybe if I wake up tomorrow and I hate myself, I might head on over and check it out.
There you go.
Well,
plus, I mean, that's the thing with A-list. I could just go and I'm not losing money.
Exactly. I have the same thing. So yeah.
That's the same thing I did through my the Regal and what was that one? Unlimited app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pay like $21 a month, and I can see as many movies as I want. So as long as I see 2 good movies, then it kind of cancels it out.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So speaking of comic book characters and movies, they recently released a Deadpool and Wolverine trailer during the Super Bowl as part of the Super Bowl ads. What did you guys think of the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer?
I thought it looked great from what they teased. I was a little disappointed that they are still using the TVA, but I'm thinking maybe that's just it might start it off as a joke, and they'll immediately get obliterated, like in the trailer, like he's cutting them down in that one scene. So I'm hoping it's very short lived with them, and then he's just using them as a way to jump around, so it's easier for storytelling wise.
Right.
So, but I'm excited for Hugh Jackman. I know they didn't show a lot of them, so I'm just very pumped to see that they're going to be together on screen.
Yeah. I thought that was great, how restrained they were.
Yeah.
In showing, but there's been so many leaked photos of him in the suit.
Do you think
they're probably like, we'll just hint at it.
Do you think we're going to get Patrick Stewart as Xavier pop up?
That'd be pretty cool. I would like to see it. I don't know if it's going to happen. But
I know.
It. Yeah. It seems a little out of place for that movie.
True, but with Deadpool, you never know, though. He might just have a small cameo of just hello.
Yeah. I thought it was really well done. Like you said, I like the restraint they use on Wolverine. I thought it was weird. I was like the TVA. This first thing I saw, I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like that looks so out of place,
So it makes sense.
It does make sense, but it was just out of place,
Yeah.
But it does make sense how he's able to move between the different universes.
Well, if you remember at the end of 2, he had the Cable's watch that he could jump timelines or so.
Right.
Maybe they're coming to.
Yeah, if he's changing time around, they're probably, he'd be on their radar.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because he saved his wife or girlfriend from dying,
right? And
he saved a couple other people,
right?
But who we don't see in the trailer, obviously for certain reasons, is Gina Carano and T.J. Miller, because he saved the guy with the mustache from 2, where his whole team got killed. Yeah. So he saved him. Obviously,
You think Gina Carano's gonna be in this?
No. Oh. I'm just saying that at that party scene in the beginning of the trailer, it's like everybody that's been in all the movie or majority of the movies, but we don't see those 2 people for like outside reasons, So I was like, oh, that's kind of sucks, but whatever, I'm sure the movie's still gonna do great.
Are you guys excited for this movie at all?
Yeah, I'm hoping it turns into a buddy adventure for them.
Yeah, me too.
So, Watson?
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it too. Like I'm a fan of the Deadpool movies, and I like the it looks like it's gonna be Deadpool versus the TVA, which I'm excited for that.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I'm and it's it's a little zanier look at the. Hopefully, this kind of rejuvenates the Marvel franchises a bit more.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot of people stop watching the Marvel movies after Endgame. That are now going to come back for this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, they had a brief glimpse, and people have been thinking it's Doctor Doom in the trailer, but it's obviously not. He's like some kind of like militant character with a thing on his face.
I don't know,
mask or something.
I don't think they're ready for that yet.
No, but I don't think that's Doom though.
Unless it's Doom from like the Fox Fantastic Four movies.
Oh,
that'd be interesting.
Maybe that would be a funny joke.
Yeah.
They have the Fox logo in the background of the one scene.
Right.
So.
And I love that. Yeah, I mean, maybe they're gonna like prune all the expanded universe stuff, all the Fox stuff.
They should just do Daredevil. I mean, Deadpool kills the MCU.
Why not?
That would be interesting. That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Him just pruning everybody, jumping around.
And speaking of Fantastic Four, the cast image was recently released. It was released yesterday as a Valentine's Day meme.
Did you guys like the way it was? The announcement was made with that kind of like 60s Valentine's card?
Yeah, I thought it was new. I liked it.
It was interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was new. I liked it. It kind of reminded me of WandaVision vibes.
Yeah,
kind of like this different kind of take on things. I didn't mind it.
But if they only did it like in that 1960s vibe for the card, people are definitely confused because they're like, "Oh, is it going to take place in 1963?"
I think it might. I mean, I don't think that was. I think that was deliberate. It seems, and if it takes place in the 60s, I wouldn't mind that. It kind of would remind me of like X-Men First Class. That kind of vibe.
I would love that. Actually,
yeah, me too. I wouldn't mind that.
There's kind of this potential of this time period in the Marvel universe where no one really knows what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, go.
Oh no, I was just saying that it's gonna be hard because now they have to explain why they haven't been around or no one spoke of them earlier because Spider-Man's in New York, Iron Man's in New York, and all these people. So obviously the Fantastic Four would be older in the current day films, but so unless they fell into a quantum,
it seemed like it wouldn't be part of the overall Marvel,
or it could be a TVA line, like a separate
it could be a different universe or some shit, or they're just not going to explain it.
I mean that's
or at the end, fucking here comes Deadpool with a TVA or something like that. The post credit scene,
exactly.
What did you guys think of the casting? We got Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Ebon Moss as The Thing, and Joseph Quinn as Human Torch.
Yeah, I mean, I still wanted to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. I still would have preferred that. I think because we already saw him in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't have minded him. I mean, Pedro Pascal, I like him. I think they're casting him scenes for everything recently.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Disney's
okay,
just like,
yeah, just kind of, I don't mind him, but it's like, yeah, it's cool. There are other actors too. It's like,
he's working a lot.
No, he is.
It's crazy to think
Good
that
for
he's
him.
still got Mandalorian and Last of Us going on at the same time.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, since they hired Pedro Pascal, he's on the older side, so they're not going to go with a younger Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're all over 30.
Yeah.
Right.
Vanessa Kirby's 35.
I like Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm.
Yeah, I think she's a good pick.
Yeah.
But the guy, is it Quinn playing
Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
And he's over 30, really?
He definitely does not. I would assume, like, I thought the casting of what's his name, Chris Evans for Johnny for the early 2000s Fantastic Four movie, that was perfect.
Yeah,
that's what he should. That's what Johnny Storm looks like. He's like the showboat, like really in good shape guy.
Right.
You know, good looking dude. I'm not saying that this guy looks like shit or anything, but like he doesn't. When you think of Johnny Storm, you think if you put up a picture between these two guys, you know, Chris Evans and it'd be like, definitely
well,
Chris.
I mean, I could see them. They're probably just going to give him blonde hair, like in short cut blonde hair, make him kind of.
He's in a Marvel movie. He's going to have abs.
I mean,
true.
That's true. That's true. Unless because the suit. I don't like. Do you think they're gonna go old school with the suits, like the?
If it takes place in the '60s, for sure.
Yeah,
just like they did with the X-Men suits in First Class.
And do you think for the thing, it's gonna be CG, like the Hulk?
Well, so when they did the original 2000s movies, they had Michael Chiklis, like in that actual suit.
Yeah,
and it was like a real suit that they put on him. And I remember he gave an interview how he started having like anxiety attacks because like he couldn't close his fingers.
Oh shit.
Like he couldn't feel his hands basically. So he couldn't grip anything. So he started kind of having like anxiety like attacks over that. It took him a while to get used to it. Do I see them building an entire like costume for this movie? I don't.
No.
Because like that one, the one that they built for the 2000s Fantastic Four movies was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they had to build like just one of them because that was the budget they had for it. So I can see them CGIing it. You know, I would like to see an actual suit again because I think it just looks so much better.
Yeah.
Like the Thing's costume from the 2000s looks really good because it's real.
Yeah.
You know, so do I see them doing that? I can't see Marvel doing a lot of practical effects anymore because they're so heavily reliant on CGI. You know, they didn't even have Robert Downey Jr. That was kind of his thing. Like they didn't even have him in the Iron Man suit after the second movie, something like that. But that was because he didn't like wearing it. Yeah, because it was just it's this massive thing he had. But I still think it looked a lot better, than the CGI shit that he eventually wore because it looks real because it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have a huge problem with the cast. The only one that I'm like is the Johnny character, Johnny. I don't know, but maybe he'll do a good job.
Everyone liked that kid from Stranger Things. So.
Oh yeah,
which one?
Quinn.
He played Eddie on Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
So he got a lot of love for that role.
Oh, for sure, he was great in that role. I'm not saying he's a terrible actor. No. It's just
Well, do you guys think they'll have Doom in this Fantastic Four?
I don't see them not having him because it's high time to introduce him reintroduce him, I should say, into movies. I mean, they had him in the 2012, 2010 Fantastic, the one that was terrible.
Oh yeah.
That had Miles, what's his name in it?
Yeah.
But he wasn't really Doom. He was, but even
he
was Victor Von Doom, but he wasn't Doom, Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
that we know of.
I think. Yeah. I mean, I would like Fantastic Four do have a really good rogues gallery.
Yeah,
they do. I would love to see like Annihilus or like Mole Man even.
Can we get Galactus? What the fuck, dude? I thought there was.
Well, I think Galactus would be too quick, but if it was, but if they are during the 60s, then Galactus would be perfect because it could be psychedelic, like
Right.
whoa, you know, like some.
He could be like the big bad at like the post-credit scene, that
Yeah.
like what happened with Thanos, you know?
But
Yeah.
I would love to see the Mole Men, and then the leader of the Mole Men would be
Mole Man,
Danny
yeah.
DeVito, and he's like,
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, man.
I'm the Mole Man.
We know he can do a good comic book villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the Penguin perfectly.
But no, like I think Fing Fang Foom would be a stretch for them.
Yeah.
But
No, they already introduced giant dragons in
oh yeah, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. So.
That's true.
Shang-Chi.
That's true.
That's true. But yeah, no, they could go all over the place because they explore space, and they could run into Annihilus even. You know, that's just so many options.
It'd be cool to see the Silver Surfer eventually. We already saw him, of course, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Would you guys have a pick? Who you want to be Doctor Doom? Because there's been rumors that Mads Mikkelsen might be approached, which he would be good.
He'd be good, but I really want to see
Mendel.
Yeah,
Oh, Mendelsohn?
yeah.
Yeah, no. The way he talked about it, I was like,
That's why. Give
Yeah.
it to him. Look
Yeah.
at him. He's passionate about
Yeah.
it too, which
Yeah.
I love. You know,
yeah.
I love that and he'd be good not only because he's a great actor, but if he has that kind of passion for Doctor Doom, the performance he turned in would be amazing.
Well, also, a person who has that kind of passion will leave the costume on and will leave the mask on, like how Ryan Reynolds leaves the Deadpool mask on, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just want someone who's like, I'm not worried. I want to be in the role. Like, you know how Gary Oldman disappears into a role?
Right,
I want
right.
I want whoever's to be Doom. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm never going to take the mask
You don't
off.
want
It's-
Will Smith as Deadshot, who always refuse to wear the mask, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Cool. Yeah. Well, so we're excited. Fantastic Four. I'm not a huge fan of Fantastic Four. Never have been. I watched like the first 2000 movie, early 2000s movie. I was like, and I never watched any one of them again. But you know, I'm willing to give everything a shot, so I'll check it out. And speaking of movies that are coming back, they recently released the Twister trailer.
Oh, yes.
The
Twisters.
remake of the Twisters, excuse me, of the remake of. I don't know if is it a sequel or is it a remake? It seems like it's a remake.
It's a sequel because
Sequel?
I want
Twisters.
to say either Glenn Powell or I forget the female lead, but one of them might be the children of Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
Yeah, I believe she's the daughter of
okay.
Bill Paxton's character.
Okay.
Interesting.
Do you think it's going to be a repeat? Like, oh, the tornado came and pulled my dad away and we were hiding underneath the house, and I mean, I don't know. The reason it's just like, oh, two Twisters. Is that's going to be
That's what it is. Yeah.
like. Or they're going the aliens route, so it's like aliens, Twisters.
Yeah.
So is there going to be like 5 of them at once?
Maybe. Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
It's the Queen Twister.
Oh,
Oh shit! They got
get away from her, you bitch!
And the Twister's like, oh. You guys gonna go check it out?
It might be a fun ride. I definitely won't do
enjoyed the
4DX
first one.
Why not?
because I get motion sick, so I think that would not be unless I took like the nausea medicine. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
that might.
Oh, I can't wait to see that in
Or
4DX. How much wind they're gonna pump through there? Oh, it'd be great.
4DX?
Watson? How much wind do you think they'll pump through the 4DX theater for
Oh
Twisters?
my God, so much.
It'd be awesome. And then Twisters. We're gonna check that out, and then talking about things that came out in the 90s. X-Men 97 trailer was recently released. You guys had a problem with it.
What?
So somebody shared it on the group app we're all part of.
Yes.
For the bros, the Rain Bros, and someone complained about it. Two people complained about it, saying that it looks terrible. It looks like trash.
I
disagree with you, but go ahead.
Okay. So
Defend your position.
So looking at the image before looking at the actual trailer that they posted after,
Yeah.
I was like, from the freeze frame, it didn't look great because a lot of anime and some cartoons now, they're going the more digital route than the 2D animation.
Correct.
And some
Right.
isn't translated well, and some is. And, there's been recent great ones like Blue-Eyed Samurai and the like. So from that picture, it looked kind of crappy to me in that sense where the characters look smoother in the face and you don't have as much definition as the 2D animation from the original cartoon.
Right.
And I was like, man, I want a little more, because like even from that picture that we saw, Cyclops looked younger to me.
Do you want the animation from the 97, the original, like no change or what?
I mean, if they could have copied that, I think that would have been that much more epic.
Well, for sure.
To like get the exact detail that they did from back then.
I agree.
But I understand, it's newer audience. They're trying to bring in a newer audience too, and maybe they would think that's a cloppier or not cloppy, but just like a not as good animation for the younger kids now that they would be like, oh, this is slow and choppy and stuff. But I don't know. But looking at the trailer that was posted after, where it's like, here last time on the end season finale, and then watching it, I was like, okay, seeing them seeing movement with them and the original voices pop out of them, I was like, okay, I think I'm being won over here. Plus with the theme song cutting in,
yes,
and I was like, all right, okay, I think it won me, but we'll see. I mean, like it could be scenes here and there that look good and look bad. We don't know yet.
There's that one bit in the trailer where Gambit charges up Wolverine's claws.
Oh yeah,
that was cool.
I love that. That was great.
Part of me was like, well, could his power explode the claws?
What's adamantium? So probably not.
I mean, like, I guess not. But it's Well, that's the thing. Like, is Gambit's power from some cosmic thing that I don't know? Like,
I don't think we ever. I think his power is just a mutated.
I know he's a mutant, but like, I was just wondering if like that, because he can touch anything in it, the molecules in it.
Yeah.
So like the molecules in adamantium, could he explode that? I don't know, but
that's a good question. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, it's a good question.
We'll find out.
But it's interesting though. It was cool. And then you have Magneto. He's good now. He's like taking over the Xavier Institute.
Yeah, like, that seemed. Is he good though? It seemed like he still had some nefarious kind of vibe to him.
I think so, because the cartoon followed the X-Men line almost pretty much to the T. Like they followed the storyline, and with that storyline, he did like turn good for a while,
right?
Or like he joined Xavier. But I thought I remember Xavier switching bodies, like he put his consciousness. Or that's at the end of the season.
I think I do recall that. Yeah, he might have. I'm sure that'll be. I don't think he's gonna be gone.
No, I think he'll come back in like a new body or something like that. But I'm eager to see everybody back. And
are they the same voices or the same voice actors?
Same voice actors. Because Cyclops sounded the same, and they got the same Wolverine, but you could tell he's like a little bit older.
Yes,
but that works.
I saw that too. Yeah. Yep. I noticed that too.
And I just want to hear Gambit go, "Hey, mon ami," and then Rogue,
like Mon Chéri.
Yeah, Storm's voice. Man, I'm excited, and I'm eager to see who else we'll see from the Rogues Gallery in there. From back in the day, the Brotherhood.
They even got Bishop in there. That's awesome.
Oh, was there a Bishop?
Yeah,
Did I miss
Bishop
that?
was in there. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Is Cable? Did they show Cable?
I don't think they showed Cable. I don't remember seeing Cable, but I know Bishop was in there for sure.
Yeah. All right.
That was great.
I really hope to see. I think the actor passed away though, so I don't know if I want to see Apocalypse or not. But the voice actor for Apocalypse was so good.
Great.
He was like a actual thespian actor. And
the way he spoke too was so. It was so. So good.
When I
so deliberate.
Well, yeah. When I went to back when Perky Nerd was open and they had the creators of the X-Men show there.
Oh, no way.
And like we were all talking and someone brought up Apocalypse and like the way he spoke and stuff, and he's like, "I'm not evil, I'm malevolent." I forget the exact line, but like they were like, "Yeah, no, we wanted him to, be that." I forget the word they used, but the way they were describing him, I was like, "Yeah, no, they just nailed it with the portrayal." And they also explained like why they couldn't get certain characters, because at the time Spider-Man, the 90s cartoon, they crossed over, if you remember, in some episodes. And they were like they were kind of upset that Spider-Man had access to more characters than they could and stuff. And but yeah, no, I mean, all in all, I love the show.
I still have very fond memories of it. Watson, what did you think of the trailer? Would you like it?
I'm excited for it, man. Like, it looks like Jean's pregnant in this season.
Did I noticed that too? Does it seem like was that? Yeah, is she, or is that some kind of
a dream, like
or something?
Oh yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Sinister. I forgot about Mr. Sinister. Yeah.
Is he in there?
Yeah, I think he was in the trailer, right?
I don't remember
Mr.
that.
Sinister.
Sinister, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And he always messes with the Summers family,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
so maybe that baby might be a little sinister.
To make the perfect mutant.
Yeah, because I forget the Cyclops and Jean Grey's kid is like an Omega mutant, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forget the name of them, but I was like, so we might see
Hope.
that.
I think it's Hope.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hope Summer, yeah. Yes.
Cool, man.
Who like Cable takes to the future, right?
Oh
Yes,
yeah, that's right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So maybe we'll see some Cable.
That'd be
Ooh.
pretty dope. That'd be
More
pretty
some
dope.
more Days of Future Past.
Yes, that was such a good storyline.
Get those Sentinels back in their master mold.
Yeah.
We definitely saw some Sentinels in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so excited. It's exciting time.
I'm gonna wake up.
For that.
I'm gonna watch it on Saturday morning, just like I used to. I'm gonna pop it, even though it's streaming. Make a big bowl of cereal. Just
Are they dropping the whole season, or are they doing an
I don't
episode
know.
a week?
Part of me would want them, but I know I would probably just binge all of it,
Uh-huh.
most likely. But yeah, waiting week by week, I don't know if I'd be upset, or I'd just let them pile up and then watch them all.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, oh man, I gotta wait till next week.
How crazy would it be if they dropped it on Saturday mornings?
Oh, that'd be great.
You know?
Like, oh shit, get my pops.
So yeah, X-Men 97, we're going to go check that out.
Hell yeah.
What did you guys think of the Godzilla versus Kong trailer that came out today as well?
Big Monkey's got a bionic arm.
Big Monkey's got a bionic arm.
It looked like, did his arm get like lopped off and then he...
No, it seems like the humans designed something for him
Oh,
to
okay.
wear.
Well,
Yeah, they say that, we've augmented him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it just because before they said that, he was fighting that red ape and he had the chain whip with the spinal cord or whatever, and it wrapped around his hand, and I thought something happened. So I was like, oh, did he hurt, damage?
That could be it too.
It was just so mangled up that they had to put a bionic arm on.
It was really cool how they introduced Godzilla in that fight in the trailer.
Yeah.
They were fighting, you just see his eyes coming out of the, but he was able to block it with whatever that axe or whatever that was.
Part of me...
Yeah, that was the only cool part.
I was getting confused because there was a Godzilla that had the blue pulse coming out of him, and then there's the Godzilla with the pink on his fins. So I was like, is this...
I think it's the same. It's the same Godzilla. One. It's just at some type of different...
Well, the reason why was because I thought there might be another Godzilla that's teamed up with the red ape. That's why they were like,
that could be it.
Kong can't do it alone, and that's why he needs Godzilla to help him out and take on the other. I don't know.
Can we please stop doing the little kid bullshit?
I mean,
Jesus Christ! Enough with the humans. I don't give a shit about the humans. And then let's throw another little kid in there, another Millie Bobby Brown in there.
What if they were able to make a epic story with the kid, like -1? Like, you're just, oh my god, I feel for this kid who's seeing all this danger that's going to happen with the Titans.
I don't know. I don't know if I could still get behind it.
No,
I don't.
Not really if they changed up because of -1, like they changed their storytelling.
Yeah, but -1 was still primarily about just Godzilla's destruction to Tokyo and the threat he possessed.
I think it was, there was not much of
the little kid wasn't a huge part of the human story. She was there. She's definitely a big part of it, but she wasn't the main focus.
No,
like Millie Bobby Brown was in the last one, and this kid's definitely going to be.
Well, that's the thing, like, because -1, it was more about the people and not Godzilla at all, really.
Yeah, but it's more about the adults. The kid was just
the kid,
a crux to keep them together. The two adults,
definitely. And the kid's the only one that could talk to Kong, I guess, with sign language or whatever it is.
Yes, whatever that is. Yeah. See, -1 didn't do that. It's just a kid. Fuck off with that. Yeah, I mean, are you guys gonna go check it out?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll see it. I saw the last one. I just hope, you know, the fights. It's not all like, yeah, we have these small like couple second fights, and then the main things at the end. You just gotta wait till the end for the big.
That's 100% what it's gonna be.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But it should be entertaining in some aspect.
Watson, are you gonna go see it?
Yeah, it is interesting that I think -1 set the bar so high now. Like, it felt like the trailer that they were focusing more on Kong than Godzilla. And I feel like Kong's probably going to be more the central character, I guess, that we follow.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he can emote, you know?
Right.
Like Godzilla's a lizard.
Right.
You know? But like Kong, you see some kind of emotions coming out of him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100% it's going to be Kong.
Also, it's him finding out there's more apes I guess, like him. So, yeah. I mean, that's a story, you know, aspect that we haven't gotten yet.
So I find that interesting that, like, but the U.S. one is like, no, Kong's our dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Godzilla, you know, is kind of not a background character, but definitely, like, secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, I mean, yeah, and he is an American character, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll ever get to a point where Godzilla ends up, you know, going on a rampage and then he falls off the Empire State Building? Like they'll end his story like. But the thing is, they made him so big he wouldn't have to climb the Empire State Building.
Well,
now. So that's the thing. It's like, all right, well, we can't do that anymore. That's
a lot of people have been complaining about how nimble. A lot of people have been complaining about how nimble Godzilla is too.
Oh yeah,
like he takes off on a full sprint.
I mean,
and it's just like him in -1 did him right. He's just kind of this lumbering thing. Yeah, kind of collapsing under his own weight. You know.
You don't get a sense of the size of them if they move that fast.
Yeah, and we're not going to because now they're underground. They're in Hollow Earth or whatever.
Yeah,
and they're just going to be these towering things.
Well, there was this funny post I saw on Twitter or X, now known as X. Some guy, he was measuring the height of Godzilla from -1, and also the measurement of the ocean floor to this. Yeah. And so he's like, all right, if Godzilla's standing out of the water, out of the ocean floor, his feet would have to reach over 1,000 feet deep. But he himself is only like, I forget the total number of his height or whatever, but his feet would just be floating like near the top of the surface of the water. His feet wouldn't be anywhere from how they did it.
Right.
If they're going by those measurements specifically.
He's just kind of treading water, kind of.
Yeah, like that's what I was in my head. I was like,
so cute.
His little feet treading water. But he made all these other images. Like, how is it possible that he's standing, out of the water like that?
Yeah.
And then he's got like a little mountain hill under the water that he's standing on top of, and like different things to
his little tippy toes.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, that's hilarious.
There's like a whale helping him.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that guy.
Oh my God.
Couple images like that. I was like, that's funny because watching a Godzilla movie, you're not really looking at the science of it like that. So it's like, whatever. But it's just funny that someone went about it like that to make fun of it or tease it.
And speaking of monkeys, we recently watched the Monkey Man trailer, which is starring and directed by Dev Patel.
Dev Patel, yeah. Debut. Director debut.
Yeah, right. Debut. It's an action movie. It seems like he's... It seemed like he was using some type of supernatural power to move fast, or is he some type of... I thought that's what I got from the trailer. I don't know if I'm wrong. I'm getting more of a... I know it's like a John Wick kind of thing.
Well,
but it seems like he's super
I know people visually, it's looking like John Wick to people, but to me, it looks more like Ong Bak, the Protector, like Tony Jaa.
Oh yeah, okay.
In the sense of like, this monkey mask or something is part of an ancestral thing that he's taught when he's taught martial arts or something like that. So that's pulled into his persona when he goes to the big city.
Yeah.
And he's getting involved with these, like, you shouldn't be treating people like this, and then, getting into fights with whoever.
Yeah, at the beginning of the trailer, they talk about the story of the white monkey.
Yeah.
Protecting the village.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So very.
It looks really cool. Some of the action scenes are very reminiscent of the Raid of John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
It seems interesting. I'm definitely going to go check it out. I don't. It's very hard for me to see Dev Patel as an action hero because he usually plays like down to earth kind of guys, and every time I see him, I think of
that's
Slumdog Millionaire.
That's exactly the point why he directed it. Was he's been wanting to be in an action movie for a long time.
Oh, really?
Apparently, he's a really good martial artist.
Oh,
okay.
And no one was taking a chance on him, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'll just direct it myself."
Oh, nice. See, I didn't know he was a martial artist. Yeah.
Yeah, and this originally was supposed to go directly to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Jordan Peele saw it.
Yeah.
And was like, no, he's like, this deserves to be on the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, he's releasing it on the Monkey Paw, right? I think.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Which is Jordan Peele's studio.
Oh yeah, I always have an issue sometimes when a studio or like a name like Jordan Peele will is bringing like a foreign film over, or like at least a indie movie purchase their name.
What Tarantino did in the 90s.
Yeah, like just seeing Jordan Peele's Monkey Man, and I was like, it's not really his, but people are gonna immediately think it's his because his name popped up first, and I was like, it's kind of sours me on it, but like I understand it's Dev Patel's
I
movie.
thought he had more to do with it.
Yeah, but he just pretty much produced.
He just he distributing it.
Distribution. Yeah.
So I didn't know that until just recently.
Yeah.
I thought he had a lot to do with it, but I mean, I'm going to check it out. I mean, again, I don't see Dev Patel as an action star, but maybe this film will change my mind about it. He always plays kind of nerdy guys, and Slumdog Millionaire. He was in the Newsroom, which is an HBO show a couple years ago, and he played like this like kind of geeky intern, staffer. So that's kind of how I see him in every role he's in. He was in was that Hotel. What was that movie with that Wes Anderson directed? Hotel.
That was him.
Real or something. Yeah, he was in that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he kind of played another he was like a bellboy.
I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. So it's just hey, I'm gonna give him a shot though. The action scenes I've seen so far look pretty good. So
no, yeah. I mean, I don't.
The Grand Budapest Hotel. That's
Grand Budapest.
Mm-hmm.
No,
it wasn't Dev Patel in that.
I don't think. That's why I'm like, I don't think that was him. That's why I was like, when you said it was him.
Huh? I could have sworn he was in that. Maybe not. Oh, I might be mistaken.
But yeah, no, I can understand. Like at first before Watson said anything.
Oh no, Tony Revolori. My bad.
Oh okay.
Well, the guy who plays Flash on.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, before Watson said anything, I didn't think he had. I thought for this movie he got martial arts training to do the fight scenes and stuff. But the fact that he is a martial artist, I think, will deliver good on the action because he. I think when a martial artist, or at least a person who knows like fighting choreography and things like that, they know how to frame a fight scene better. So I hope that reflects in this movie because a lot of American martial art or at least action movies, it's close up cuts and you can't really tell what's going on in the fight scene.
My bad. He was in Hotel Mumbai, Dev Patel.
Oh, okay.
Which is a different hotel movie, but that one's definitely serious about the Hotel Mumbai attacks. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out, and I'm excited for it because it's I'm always about small studios, and definitely bringing back action films because we've kind of had a lull in them for the last, I'd say, like 6-7 years, where they're some of the ones we've gotten have been action films tend to be unbelievable. The ones we've gotten have been really unbelievable these last couple of years.
What are you talking about? John Wick, man.
That's one of the ones that's somewhat believable, somewhat believable. But I love the John Wick films. So yeah, are you going to go check it out, Watson?
Absolutely. I really like Dave Attell's work, so I thought he was great in The Green Knight. I don't know if you saw that one.
I forgot about The Green Knight.
Yeah, was it good?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Well, like, you don't go in thinking it's going to be like he's going to be fighting lots of things as a knight. That is not the movie. So it's very A24.
It's more of a thinker.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, very think heavy. But it is a great movie. Yeah.
But he was on a TV show in England back in the day called Skins. So I've loved him since then.
Oh wow.
So I'm excited to see anything he does, and this looks exciting. It looks, visceral. The action looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I first saw him in
give it a shot.
Slumdog Millionaire, and I thought he was great in that. So it's a great movie. And then speaking of action movies, Watson, you went and checked out Argyle.
yeah,
Tell us your breakdown of that. What do you think of it?
Chad, did you see it too, or am I alone in this?
No, I saw it as well.
Oh, you watched
I
it
saw
too,
it as well.
Chad?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you guys think of it?
Okay.
I did not want to go see it because it just looked fucking stupid to me.
Well,
so.
I'm going to say this, that seeing the movie as it as everything unfolded plot-wise in the movie, things got more ridiculous.
Yeah.
Every time like a reveal happened.
Sure.
But the thing was, I wasn't bored with it. I was slightly entertained, but it was just like, this is terrible. This is this terrible story here.
Yeah.
But I was still having fun by like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. Like, almost in shock, but it's like a funny, like almost you're watching like animals fight or just something
Yeah.
go on. You're like, okay, all right.
It's such a train wreck.
Yeah,
You're
like
can't look away.
like I mean, yeah. What, Watson? You can.
I'll chime in.
Yeah.
I like Matthew Vaughn as a director. I think he's a really great director. I love his kick-ass movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick-Ass movies are great.
Kick-Ass.
I think he's a good storyteller and a good visual teller. The Kingsman movies are great. At least the first one is, and the third one. Second one, not so much.
Yeah.
I feel like this had all the elements to be a really great movie instead of just an okay movie.
Yeah.
I think you're right that it relied too heavily on multiple reveals through the course of the movie.
Yeah.
Like a twist on a twist on a twist.
But
Well, I've heard the most ridiculous reveal is that she's Agent Argyle the entire time, and
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
she's writing these books.
spoiler alert
Spoilers,
for
yeah.
Spoilers.
She's writing this book because she was a secret agent who lost her memory and became a writer, and now the organization that she used to work for is going after her because she's like revealing all the secrets in books. But my question is, a second that she wrote her first book, why didn't they just go after her then? Like, what the fuck?
So-
Like,
Well, it's not. That's not exactly right.
okay.
They kind of put the persona of her like non-spy. Ellie Conway is her like writer name,
Right.
and she got into an
Played by
accident.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes.
Yes, Bryce Dallas Howard, and she got into an accident where I forget why they brainwashed her into it. I forget. I'm forgetting.
So she was on the mission to find basically the knock list.
Oh yes, yeah.
You know?
That's it.
It's every spy movie has a goddamn list of spies that
Yeah.
are getting into the wrong hands. So she was sent to kill a hacker who had the list. There was an explosion, and the organization still doesn't know where the list is. So they were like, well, her memory's gone, but if we put this idea that she's a writer, maybe through the course of the book, she'll finally reveal where, because her books are basically her mission log.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they want her to write the books, but as soon as she writes the last book, which tells where what they call the silver bullet in the movie is,
Yeah.
they're like, well, we don't need her anymore, let's get rid of her.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like there's twists upon twists where she's actually she was actually working with them in the beginning, like
Right.
because at first you think she was like working against them getting the knock list, but then it's revealed no, she was with them trying to get the knock
She's a
list.
double agent.
Yeah, double agent.
then a triple agent.
Yep.
Like Atomic Blonde in the end.
You know, yeah. So she has these as the adventure goes, and she meets Sam Rockwell, who is great in this. I think Sam Rockwell's
good in everything. He's good in everything. Yeah.
The beginning part. Yeah. Like I was sold in the beginning of the movie because like when Sam Rockwell came into it, it was just like I was enjoying it. I was laughing. I was there was these transitions between that Bryce Dallas Howard would see Henry Cavill's Argyle, and then it would flash into Sam Rockwell's character, like as he's fighting in a couple scenes, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." So
we start the movie within the book world, right?
Yes.
So you see Henry Cavill's Argyle, you see John Cena's is like, other spy
sidekick,
and so there's this like heightened reality of this like book spy world, and then there's the real world. Right, and the stuff that really happens. But for me, I feel like it wasn't different enough between the two worlds. You know, like I would like it if, you know, she was seeing all these visions of the Argyle world in comparison to like the real world. Could have been a little bit more grounded. Could be a little bit more like a Bourne Supremacy kind of thing.
Well, I think it felt very similar in between the two because there was a lot of green screen in the movie,
there was
more. You could definitely tell for the Henry Cavill parts that it was green screen, like behind them in a lot of shots, and then because of the contrast of colors, it was very bright and vibrant and like very unrealistic. And then
which I didn't mind. I didn't mind that aspect because that is a fake world.
Yeah, no, and it worked for it.
But then there was too much of that in the real world too. Like when they did the hallway colored smoke fight.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that just it seems too much like the book world. So for me, I was like, okay, is any of this real, or you know. Like, I thought there was going to be another twist where this was all another book.
Yeah.
I saw a clip of that hallway smoke fight scene. And he's like throwing the person around and shit. Yeah. His partner.
Even that is kind of a heightened thing where they're doing these like dance moves.
Yeah.
You know? And then you see like a monitor of what really is happening, and they're not doing the dance moves in the monitor.
Yeah, it's
like what they're seeing is not exactly what is reality.
Okay.
Yeah. And
it's not very clear.
There's even a scene where they're in a random room that has flammable oil that
that was terrible.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
It's CGI oil.
Yeah, CGI oil.
Okay.
It doesn't get on anyone's like.
Yeah.
You know, it made me think of how much better they did it in the Transporter movie.
I was just about to bring that up, and the thing is, what they did differently is it was realistic in the Transporter where people did get covered in it, but also when he put the blades on it, or he used the bicycle pedals, right? Okay. Yeah. And he's like stepping in the oil so he doesn't slip. But here, she puts knives on the bottom of her soles of her shoes, and she's skating over the oil, which is impossible already.
Wow. Yeah, that.
Well, she realizes she's a really good figure skater.
Yeah, she's a figure. Okay. But the problem is, like, she could have still done it like Transporter, where she's stepping on the oil. She didn't have to skate.
Right.
But they went with the skate route, and I was like, all right, this is already just all right. The movie's already so bonkers. I don't care anymore. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, by that point, you're pretty fully in.
Yeah. And see, and this is the thing about the movie. Like, part of me was like, all right, what if Matthew Vaughn made this movie to be so meta that, like, it's about this writer who writes shitty spy stories, but the movie itself is also a shitty spy story.
Okay.
And it's just playing off of that. And I was like, that's really smart. But I think that's going over a lot of people's heads who don't get it for some reason. And I kind of like it for that's how it seems to me. But like but also I know this is not a great movie, but that's why I thought it was still kind of fun, because I was like, do they know they have to know that like this isn't good. So I think they were having fun doing a bad movie, you know?
Okay.
There was some moments of really genius stuff.
Yeah.
Where, you know, she's trying to figure out how to find someone through like a cell phone.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, oh, so she like goes into the Argyle mind, like she goes into the book version, and he's like, oh, you pull out the chip from the phone, and that'll lead you to a satellite and all this. And then when she comes out of it, she asks Sam Rockwell, like, where's the phone they gave you? And he's like, I threw it away. It was a burner phone. And that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, but that was a clue. And you're like, because in her mind, it's all this elevated spy stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you get rid of a burner phone. You just throw it away.
Yeah, you don't keep it.
Right.
Yeah. So they had those types of jokes that really worked, and
and I like the chemistry was great.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, her and Sam Rockwell had great chemistry.
Oh, but Samuel Jackson pretty much did nothing the whole movie. Like he was.
Oh yeah, he got to watch basketball again.
Yeah, he was just banging on the table. Going, yeah, and when things were going wrong, no. But he did have a part before that where he explained to her that she is Agent Argyle.
Yeah,
as you saw kind of in the trailer.
The exposition dump.
Yeah, exactly.
He definitely is just kind of just taking any role that's offered him now.
Well, no, I mean, like, I don't blame him.
He's getting paid. Me neither. I don't blame either.
But and Matthew Vaughn just loves Samuel Jackson. Yeah, he's like it's like a Quentin Tarantino cast, you know.
Right. And I guess this movie is connected to Kingsman.
Yeah,
because they had the Kingsman bar at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is because I looked this up and because I was interested about it, and so Matthew Vaughn did the Kick-Ass movies, which Mark Miller did the comics of, and then the Secret. I forget what the comic is called for the Kingsman. It's like Secret something or
Secret Society or Secret Service.
Yeah, and so that's a comic as well, and Mark Miller did that. But apparently, there's a Argyle book coming out. I don't know if it's been released yet, but supposedly the like fake name author is Ellie Conway, but supposedly the real writer, people are speculating it is Mark Miller, like his property. So, and Mark Miller has a Miller verse, because there was a comic where Hit Girl and Eggy, or at least from the Kingsman, they crossed over, I believe.
Okay.
So, what were you about to say something? Watson?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were trying to say something. But yeah, apparently they teamed up to take down a super villain team. So I was like, oh, maybe the Argyle's going to cross over. Well, obviously he did cross over with Kingsman, so maybe they're going to be doing something. Because I heard also Mark Miller has a Millerverse thing for Netflix. Or I don't know the specifics of it, but I was like Googling around about it, and I heard an inkling of he's got a Millerverse rights to something on Netflix. So I don't know if they're planning to do a hit, bring back Chloe as Hit Girl to team up with, Eggy and something, or
I would love that actually.
But yeah, like, and then you can even go into the Argyle universe too, now that you have that set. So it'd be interesting to see a completely different universe from DC and Marvel. You get a universe like that. So I'm intrigued, if nonetheless. So yeah.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. I'm still not gonna see it, but
if I'm watching Argyle again, it's probably gonna be like I'm having a drink or something, enjoying just the silliness of it,
Yeah, I think it's definitely like I think I could still say it's good for a rewatch, but
yeah. With friends, I'd say it's a good group watch.
Okay.
With friends, you could laugh and make fun.
All right, like a little date movie or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Another movie that's supposed to be coming out, and we recently released a trailer, also during the Super Bowl, was Wicked. This is a movie. This is a movie adaptation of the musical.
Yes.
Watson, do you have any thoughts on it?
It looks good. I mean, I've seen the stage play. Have you guys seen it yet?
I have.
No,
I saw I have a little story about Wicked. So I was talking to someone. She was, this is years ago. This was like 2015, somewhere around there. Right around the same time I was buying my house, and she had never seen Wicked, and I had never seen it. I always wanted to see it. So she's like, yeah, let's, I suggested like as a date night, like, let's go watch it. Yeah, sure. So we went to go watch it. Had a good time. She breaks up with me the next day. Yeah, she just like held on to see Wicked, and she broke up with me the next day.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
Yeah. Would you say she was a real wicked witch?
Yeah, pretty much. So it was a wicked thing to do.
Oh yeah.
So that's my experience. That's the first time I saw Wicked. I got dumped the next day. Anyway, but yeah, I watched I watched it. I thought it was really well done. I watched the I can't remember the actress's name, but she was the understudy of like the main cast at the time. And she of course, understudies are still phenomenal, So she did a really good job. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Watson, have you seen it, right?
Yeah, I saw it. Years ago. I think it was at Pantages.
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Maybe early 2000s. But yeah, I dug it. I mean, like, what's interesting about this movie, it's going to be 2 parts. So this is Wicked Part 1 we're going to see. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if it's going to end like the intermission time of the play. And how much are they going to fill in to try and make it a full movie?
Yeah, True. That is what I'm worried about, because I don't know how you can stretch this out to 2 movies. I really don't know how you can do that.
Just have Jeff Goldblum do like 10, 20 minutes. Like, yes, the Jade, the Emerald City,
As he holds up the ruby slipper.
Yeah.
See, this right here is the. I'll check it out. I'm sure again it's a good date night movie. I'll check it out. Yeah, if you guys are you guys gonna go see it?
I think so. I think I think it's coming out Thanksgiving.
So, yeah, it's late in the year. Yeah.
Yeah. So, unless there's anything else up against it, I think it's gonna be a runaway hit.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's usually the time they release those like movie or the musical adaptations.
I'll have to watch all of Wizard of Oz first, and then go see Wicked.
You can see the little person hang himself.
That's not true.
That's true.
I know. I've looked into it. It's not true. It's just like a shadow casted in the background there.
Well, you can freak out at watching. You gotta watch Return of Oz with Fairuza Balk.
Yeah,
Fairuza Balk.
That movie's freaky deaky.
So I've heard. Yeah, I've never watched it.
Or The Wiz.
The Wiz. Yeah, it's actually in the Pantages right now.
Oh, really?
It's playing right now.
That's
right.
Wiz,
yeah.
They do a live performance of The Wiz.
Well, I think it was originally was a musical, wasn't it?
Really?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a movie.
Well, they made the Michael Jackson movie in, what is it?
Yeah, it was on Broadway in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When the Wiz movie came out in the 80s, didn't it? Wasn't it?
Early, like 81 or something?
Something like that, yeah. That's a freaky movie.
Yeah. That world was, as a kid, that world was always a little creepy to me. With the witch with the green face, and then the monkey, the flying monkeys always creeped me out and stuff like that. So I kind of just never really got back into it.
The Wizard of Oz freaked me out. This massive head thing.
That would be creepy too. But I did watch like the animated like stuff that I've seen over the years in media of it, because it was just
maybe we'll do another viewing party like we did for the Fred Decker movies.
I'll check that out.
We'll watch The Wiz.
I didn't even know there was an anime of Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, I mean, like there was a cartoon show. I heard recently of a movie. I didn't even know they did an animated movie. But yeah, no. I would love to, but I don't see many musicals either. So this will be another my favorite movie musical though. Singing in the Rain. So
that's a great movie.
I haven't seen many.
I love that movie.
But that one I do like, because it also has to deal with like the industry, which I'm in. So
transition to sound.
Yeah, sound.
It's so good.
So
when she's kind of turning her head like this, and she's like this. It was so good. I love that. And then speaking of movies that are coming out as well, we got King of the Planet of the Apes. excited for that.
What a wonderful day!
Chad doing his impression.
I don't know.
Take that as a yes. You're excited.
Yeah, I think that'll be a rewatch I got to do for the first three that they did.
First three, yeah, absolutely.
And then,
they've been really good movies, man. Holy shit.
Yeah,
They're kind of
all
underrated.
All three of those are solid.
Yeah, they are.
Have you guys watched the original? Like the original?
Oh, yeah.
I've never.
I watched all of them as a kid.
I never seen any. I've only seen clips on like TV and stuff, but I've never sat down and tried to go through all of them.
I didn't know anything about Planet of the Apes, and I watched it on cable one night, and I was probably like 11 or 12. And I kind of heard a little bit about it, but I didn't know that much about what this Planet of the Apes film was. And I sat down and watched it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, they went to this planet filled with apes who can talk. That's pretty dope. And I was generally surprised at the end with the Statue of Liberty. I was like, no way, it's the Earth. Oh shit!
My introduction to
you start screaming, they blow it up,
dude, bastards.
My introduction to Planet of the Apes was through The Simpsons, where they did the
Dr. Zayas.
They had Dr. Zayas.
Dr. Zayas.
Exactly.
And Dr. Zayas.
You dare? Yeah. So that's why I was like, all right, I know this is a movie, and they just kind of ruined the plot for me because they do the ending.
Yeah.
It's like, they did it. They blew it up. So.
And then I watched the rest of them. They would run them every now and again on, I think on KTLA 5, which is a news station here in LA, a channel here in LA. And they would run them every now and again, I think on Sundays. And when I was home, so I ended up watching the entire series. I think they did a marathon once sometime in the 90s. Either there or on the Sci-Fi Channel, and I sat down and I watched all of them.
Oh wow,
and it's really cool. So like I believe it's is it Battle of the Planet of the Apes when the apes actually take over from the humans? And is that what it is? You remember? And all the apes are like in jumpsuits because they're like slaves basically. They're like workers. And they rise up against the humans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
And it was made probably sometime in the early 80s.
Shit.
And so there's this massive like crowd of apes like rushing like government buildings of the humans.
Right.
And they have like police and soldiers out there shooting at them, and they just keep coming because there's waves of them.
Damn.
And they overwhelm the humans. It's a crazy. And then the last one is I think Fall of the Planet of the Apes or something like that, where the humans have been reduced to kind of like these tribes.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much already post-apocalyptic, and they try to take out like an ape village, and the apes like lure them in, and then I remember I can't remember who the character is. One of the apes, like as the humans are like they're in the middle of like the village, like looking for the apes, like where the fuck are they? They've all vanished, or they're all pretending to be dead. That's when one of the apes stands up and is like, get up and fight like apes, and then the apes rise up and start killing. It's great, man. And the last one is like they have a nuclear. The humans are like these like trolls in like these caves, like subhuman.
Oh wow!
Like they're like these mutants, and they worship an unexploded nuclear bomb.
Shit!
And they eventually like they blow it up, and the whole planet gets blown up. It's crazy.
It sounds like a Fallout-esque type of shit.
Dude, they got crazier and crazier as they went along those movies. But I loved them. I loved them as a kid.
I'll have to sit down. And
they're good, dude.
Them.
They're good. I can't remember all the names now. I think
the only one I've seen is obviously the Tim Burton one with
that one was. Yeah.
I will say.
Right. I mean, the costumes were amazing.
No, the costumes were amazing. And it wasn't that good, but Tim Roth fucking did an amazing job as. Was it Thaddeus?
General or something?
Thaddeus. I want to say Thaddeus, but I don't think that was the name. But he did great, and Michael Clark Duncan did great.
Oh, Michael.
And then Paul Giamatti was great as the chimpanzee or the orangutan guy.
Yeah, orangutan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I remember watching like a documentary on that, and they had like the actors mimic like how apes reach for things.
Yeah.
So apparently, when like apes reach for something, they kind of turn their hand a little bit for some reason. Like they turn it upside down. That's so they had them like grabbing things like that in the movie. It's really cool how they studied the movement of apes and like kind of mimicked them. Pretty well done. And the costumes. What's her name is in that? The director's wife at the time.
Helen Bonham
Carter. She played one of the apes.
Yeah.
Fucking man, it's great. It's really good casting, really solid costume design. I think the movie is kind of forgettable. I watched it once and I was like, this.
It's Caesar, my ape friend that came down from space. I can't do a Mark Wahlberg. But, yeah.
I thought you were doing.
Tell your ape. Tell your ape. Tell your ape mom that I say hello.
Yeah. So yeah, with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I can't wait for that. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else you want to bring up at all?
Not off the top of the dome.
Cool.
No.
Cool. So yeah, if we'll be catching up on some more of these movies, we will be the next time you'll be hearing us. We'll be talking about Monday Night Raw. We have a special guest next week. We have Fred Decker, which is going to be dope. We can't wait to talk to him about RoboCop 3, Monster Squad, and Night of the Creeps. It's going to be super interesting, and hopefully he has some really good stories. I know he's got some really good stories.
Also, writer of the latest Predator, right?
That's right. Writer of The Predator.
The Predator, yeah.
Well, I think he wrote it with
Shane Black.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. And we can't wait. You guys, anything else? Nothing?
No.
Go ahead. Watson, we hope you feel better.
Yes.
We better see you at Monday Night Raw, man. Feeling 100%.
No, hell or high water, I will be there.
Damn straight.
No worries.
Damn straight. You got to ride the Rainbros van.
That's right. That's right.
We're going to send all the vitamin C your way.
That's right, and all the vitamin D.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Chad, take us out.
All right, guys. Thank you for making it to the end of another episode of Enter the Nerddom. And if you're not already, please follow, like, subscribe, message, compliment, hate on us on the social medias, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Am I missing anything?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Yeah, on all those. And yes.
And watch out for our YouTube channel. We will be posting our episode, every episode on YouTube. It'll be just audio, but it'll be on there.
And also, don't forget to check out our brother podcast, LAX Files, hosted by our very own one and only Stan Marancini.
Thank you, sir. LAX Files, yes, on Spotify.
All right, and once again, as we always say, enter the nerddom, exit the ailing Watson at home in his tighty whities, sickly. Oily discharge. I don't know.
Oily discharge.
Oh, God.
We'll clean you up.
Yeah, we'll clean you up.
We'll clean you up.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
That's it. All right, that's it. Bye.